Just finished shoveling out the back of the 83 diesel Toyota. We're going to put a flat deck on it this year because this box is just, it doesn't have a prayer to last another year. It's mostly Bondo and rivets at this point. So I'm going to take this out, and I think we're going to take a look at how bad it is underneath. It was bad when I put it on, and that was 4 years ago now. So we're going to see how bad it is now. Here's what we got going on underneath. It's bad. Actually, I expected it to... No, it's pretty bad. Lots of ventilation. Yeah, she's done. She's really done. So next task is going to be to undo the pigtails for the lights. Probably have to torch off the 4 bolts, and then there's some 10 millimeters on the... Is this side the filler neck? Yeah, this side. There's 3 or 4 10 mils, and then basically we're just going to tear it off. It's really bad. Like, I knew it was bad, but still seeing it is... Like the cross member here, it's actually not bad. I'm going to reuse these in the flat deck because I could tell from underneath they're pretty solid. Going to sandblast them, and then we'll epoxy coat them. But yeah, poor thing. There's just really nothing left of her. Might be able to... I got another box. This fender, if I cut it down, it might be reusable for underneath the flat deck. That one, though, is definitely not. What else can we reuse here? I'll probably cut these off in here, and I could weld them on the sides of the flat deck, and then I'll still have my hook points. And really, I don't think much else is salvageable. The lights, crunched that one, unfortunately, but I have a replacement. Tailgate's toast. It's been patched together, and that's the only thing holding this side together is that bolt there. It's the wrong year anyways. Yeah. Held up surprisingly well for 4 years. If it hadn't had that in there, most of the stuff I carried around probably would have ended up on the road. So, enough talking, let's get more work done. Well, I have to show you this. Watch what happens when I step on the back here. You see that in there? Yeah. No structural strength at all anymore. It's been about an hour. We got pretty well. Like, just about all the fasteners actually came off. I was surprised. I snapped 2. The other ones came off with the impact, no problem. And I'm pleasantly pleased with the condition of the frame. So far, I haven't done the hammer test, but we're looking not bad. There's a couple spots, I'll show you. So there's one right over here. You can see right there. Right along the edge there, that's where the plates overlap, is right there. So that's easy to fix. And the one you can't really see is down here between the tank, right here where the frame starts to curve up. That spot needs some. And, or no, my mistake, it's not, yes it is right there, right? You can just see my finger wiggling right there. It's right there, and along where the plates overlap as well. It's not too bad, really. The cab is actually not bad either, all things considered, being a 40-year-old truck. The most surprising part, though, is the tank does not appear to be leaking anywhere. Somebody's been in here. These are all lines that somebody's installed. But I was expecting it to be wet with diesel in here. But that's not diesel, it's just water from the snow and ice. And we've got nothing over here. So I think with a good pressure wash and some wire wheeling and a bit of sandblasting, a couple of patches, we're going to be set. I am really happy. Another section I was really worried about was this pipe that goes across here. Like, it's easy enough to replace it, but it doesn't seem to be that rusty, actually. Like, even the brake lines, which I think are factory. This one definitely is. They look amazing condition. Like, all things considered, for a Canadian pickup truck, Toyota pickup truck of this vintage, it's in really good shape. I'm really happy. I was not expecting it to look this short, and I'm actually kind of digging it. That box must stick out a good 12, 13 inches past the end of the frame there. And I'm kind of digging this shorter looking pickup box here. Really, I might shorten my plans for a flat deck, because I kind of like how short it looks. Just the way it is right now. Yeah, you know, I think that's what we're gonna do. But for now, we're gonna leave this. I'm gonna flip the box over, and I'm gonna have a look at the runners that go across. If they look salvageable, I'm gonna cut them out. And then the rest of that thing, apart from the sides there, that I'm gonna put on the new flat deck, she's going for scrap. Might save the latch off of the tailgate too. I think we might try and repurpose that into a new latch for the back of the new flat deck here, for when I have to carry a load like gravel or something. Alright, back to work. The sun's getting pretty low in the sky now. I think we're going to get ready to wrap this up for the day. So I cut the whole bottom out here, all the supports. I think we're going to do it shorter like I thought. We'll stop right at that last, I don't know what you call that, stringer. Which would be this guy right here. They're all solid. Like, pretty good. I'm happy. I'm going to take this part off, and we'll sandblast them and wire wheel them and clean them and paint them, and then I was originally going to use square tubing, but this stuff will be a lot lighter, and the lighter the flat deck is, the better my fuel economy is going to be, and the more I can haul. So every pound counts. I'll find a home for that. Somebody's probably trying to patch a box, and there's some pretty good steel in there still. Same with some of this other stuff. Like, there's a couple of corner pieces and wheel arch components that somebody can probably use, but all in all, this thing's really, really done. Definitely wasn't worth fixing. But the underside of these is surprisingly solid. So all that'll get reused. I'm going to have to fix this here. We've got some rust jacking in here. Not a big deal. We'll cut that out, and I'll put a piece of flat bar or something in there. I was actually surprised. I thought that these were all carriage bolts, but they're actually Phillips screws. So that's interesting that it's screwed in some places and welded in others. I don't really know why they would have done that. But I think we're gonna run a couple more cuts here, and one right there, and in the corners, so that this will be out of the driveway, because it takes up quite a bit of space. And at some point here, we'll send it off to China to become microwaves. So I think that's it for part 1 of this series. Might get around to uploading this tonight. Reckon not, but I don't know when part 2 will come along. The weather's not really that great for sandblasting and painting right now, and I don't have a heated shop to work in, so we'll have to see what the weather does. But till next time, stay safe, have fun.